Drag the probability when flipping 3 coins at once to the correct event. So I'm going to make a tree diagram of flipping 3 coins. So for the first coin, it could either be heads or tails. There are 2 possible outcomes. And for the second coin, it's the same deal, heads or tails. And the second coin down here, heads or tails. And then the third coin could be heads or tails, or heads or tails here, or heads or tails here, or heads or tails here. Okay, so this tree diagram represents all the possible outcomes, and I'm just going to go ahead and write all the outcomes over here. Heads, heads, heads is the first possibility. Then heads, heads, tails, following the tree branches. Then heads, tails, heads. And then heads, tails, tails. Okay, now if you got a tails on the first coin, it could go heads, heads, or tails, heads, tails, or tails, tails, heads, or even tails, tails, tails. So there are a total of 8 possible outcomes. Okay, now we're ready to answer these questions. What's the probability that all 3 are the same? Well, the only way that'll happen is if it's heads, 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 or tails, tails, tails. So that means there are 2 out of 8, which reduces to 1/4. So these 2 match up. Now let's look at the next possibility, probability of exactly 1 heads. So that could happen, let's see, with heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, or tails, tails, heads. So that's 1, 2, 3 possibilities out of 8. So this one is 3/8. Next one, probability of at least 1 tail. So you could have 1 tail, 2 tails, or 3 tails. Now the only way you cannot have at least 1 tail is if you have all 3 heads. So probability of at least 1 tail, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 8. Probability of less than 2 heads, so that means you either have 1 or 0 heads. So there's 1, heads, tails, 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 heads, tails, 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 heads, and tails, tails, tails. All of these have either 1 head or 0. So that's 4 out of 8, which reduces to 1/2. And there you go. So here you can see how using a tree diagram can create a list of all the possible outcomes, and you can use that list of outcomes to answer questions about probability.